Hi there everyone, my name is esguerra, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my response to Kevin Ruff's prompt for this week, which is invisible waste of everyday microplastics. So let's get started. Research it. So according to Britannica, also my script is right here just in case if you're wondering why I'm looking down. So according to Britannica, microplastics are small pieces of plastic less than 5 millimeters in length that occur in the environment as a consequence of plastic pollution. Microplastics are present in a variety of products, from cosmetics to synthetic clothing to plastic bags and bottles. Many of these products readily enter the environment in waste. So this is going to be like kind of like a post-consumer industrial issue. When I was reading the prompt, I was kind of confused of whether or not this is a raw material or not. And I kind of thought that it is, in a way that it comes from materials and it breaks down into such a raw form, and then it re-enters systems of production of agriculture as a raw material. And it's kind of sad to think of it that way, but that's how it is, and that's my stance. So I think I could kind of work with microplastics with the prompt that was provided. So gotcha. Write it. So here's a creative story that I came up for you guys. So you are a college student. We are all college students, right? And we've had a week full of events, and we're prepping for another week to come full of homework, assignments, events, and yeah. So you put your clothes into the washer, you finally collect all the ramen packets that you've been eating and put them into the trash can, and you finally put on your favorite face mask to scrub off all that dead skin, making sure that you feel refreshed for the next week. And let me tell you that everything that you just did is contributing potentially to microplastics. Synthetic fabrics might shed off fibers that will go into our water systems. Same thing with the ramen packets. And once they break down, they might go into our water systems or some sort of way to get into a system of production agriculture. And also with our face masks, some of them do contain microbeads to exfoliate the skin, but once you wash it off, that will go into another system as a raw material. So it's kind of scary how microplastics can really be intertwined with our daily activities. Something to look out for and something to learn more about, which I'm still learning. Please guys, like, I'm scrutinizing my own lifestyle. Yeah. So to photograph it. So to reimagine microplastics, I'm gonna read this from my script because I loved the way that I worded it. To reimagine microplastics, I think it would be scary and fascinating to see it as a cup of water. It's entering our systems and we need to stop it. We are letting these small pieces of synthetic material enter our bodies because honestly we don't see it. And we know that what we can't see, we don't really know. Like, we have that, I don't know if I'm wording it correctly, but what's invisible to the eyes, we can't really pay attention to it. We don't know how to assess it. And with my design, I hope I can make this invisible waste more visible. And actually, a fun fact to go with that cup of water, did you know that we're actually consuming 5 grams of plastic every week, which is equivalent to the amount of plastic in a credit card? And this was done by the World Wildlife Fund and carried out by the University of Newcastle in Australia. So that is insane. We are eating plastic every week, every day. It's scary. It's so scary. So to make with it, so here is my design. I'm sorry that I might be going over time, but I wanted to make sure that I got everything through my script. So for my design, I came up with these 3 sculptures: a human, a burger, or some sort of food for people to relate to, and a globe. I imagine that these 3 pieces of design were to be made out of glass or resin, but I feel like Kevin spoke that resin might be a little unsustainable at times, so I think making it out of glass and making it hollow, so like a blown piece of glass, and filled it with microplastics. I think that would be a really cool design. And is this design functional? In my mind, as a growing designer and as someone who wants to make this invisible waste visible, I think it gets conversation started about microplastics and how it will ultimately become us, our foods, and the world that we live in. So in another way, microplastics are the invisible waste of the everyday life, and these pieces of design will make them visible. And it would be awesome for activists and environmentalists and scientists to tour with these potential pieces of art that I'm making up in my mind, so we could have that conversation. And I do recognize that microplastics are a wicked problem, which I hope to bring forward with this design to other designers and other sectors of our world to assess and create possible solutions and futures where microplastics aren't an issue. I'm sorry if I did kind of speak over time, but hopefully with the editing kind of looks fun. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think with the discussion, the saloon, I think, that we're having this week. Let me know what you guys think. I'm excited to see what conversations we'll be having, and I'm excited to see your guys' designs and what is in store for next week. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye!